The question states, a worker at a clothing company uses 200 buttons to make 50 shirts. At this rate, how many buttons would the worker use to make 350 shirts? If you haven't had a chance to work this problem yet, pause the video now and work the problem, and unpause the video once you have an answer. So the problem says that we have 200 buttons to make 50 shirts. So my ratio is going to be 200 buttons to 50 shirts. The next part says, at this rate, how many buttons would the worker use to make 350 shirts? So this is going to be a proportion. 350 shirts. Well, I put shirts at the bottom, so the 350 shirts will also go at the bottom. Because remember, when I have proportions, my units have to match. So shirts on the bottom, buttons on the top. Now I have to think, how many times does 50 go into 350? I notice that this looks a little like 35, and this looks like, and this is 5. And I know that 5 times 7 is 35. And if I think about it, 0 times 7 is 0. 5 times 7 is 35. So 50 times 7 is 350. What I do to the bottom of my proportion, I have to do to the top. So I have to do 200 times 7. 0 times 7 is 0. 0 times 7 is 0. 2 times 7 is 14. So my answer is 1,400 buttons. At school on Friday, 3 out of every 4 students were wearing jeans. There were 600 students at school on Friday. How many students were wearing jeans? A, 599, B, 450, C, 50, or D, 800. If you haven't had a chance to work the problem, pause the video now and work the problem, and then restart the video once you have an answer. Alright, looking at this problem, I can see that there's a ratio, 3 out of every 4 students. And that means that 3 students were wearing jeans out of 4 total students. Again, 3 out of every 4 means that 3 were wearing the jeans and 4 are total students. So 3 students wearing jeans to 4 total students. There were 600 students at school on Friday. 600 students, it doesn't tell me they're wearing jeans, so I'll assume those are my total students. So 4 total to 600 total. My units have to match on the bottom of my proportion. Now I need to think, how many times does 4 go into 600? I'll have to come down here and check. 4 goes into 6 one time. 1 times 4 is 4. 6 minus 4 is 2. Bring down a 0. 4 goes into 20 5 times. 5 times 4 is 20. 0. One more 0 to bring down. 4 goes into 0. 0 times 4 is 0. 0 minus 0 is 0. So the answer is 150. So times 150. So now I need to do 3 times the 150, because what I do to the bottom, I do to the top. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 5 is 15. Carry my 1. 1 times 3 is 4. Sorry, 1 times 3 is 3, plus 1 gives me my 4. So 450 students are wearing jeans. Now I can look at my answers. All of my numbers are different, so I just need to look for the answer I found, which is 450. So my answer is B. I can also double check that the because is correct, because their because is 3 over 4 equals 450 over 600, and that's what I have. 3 over 4 equals 450 over 600. So B is my correct answer. If there are 25 students in Ms. Epstein's class and the ratio of boys to girls is 2 to 3, how many boys and how many girls are in Ms. Epstein's class? If you haven't had a chance to work the problem, pause the video now and then restart the video once you've had a chance to work on the question. All right, so what do I know? I know that there's 25 students. And I know that my ratio of boys to girls is 2 to 3. I'm going to write 2 above boys and 3 above girls to help keep track of my numbers. Well, now I need to think, how many boys, how many girls? I know my ratio is 2 and 3, and I have 25 total students. Well, boys and girls are both students. So, in essence, I would have 2 boys to 5 students and 3 girls to 5 students. Where did I get the 5, you ask? I added the 2 boys plus the 3 girls. 2 plus 3 is 5. So 2 boys out of 5 total students and 3 girls out of 5 total students. Now I can make my equivalent proportion. If I have 25 total students, students and students goes down here. I know that 5 times 5 gives me 25, so 5 times 2 gives me 10 boys. I can come over here and only one answer choice has 10 boys. That's A. So A is my right answer. But I can double check by doing the girls. Again, 25 students is my total. 5 times 5 gives me 25. So 3 times 5 gives me 15 girls, and that matches the girls portion of the correct answer. So again, the answer is A, 10 boys.